If you're planning to make rice and stew this weekend, you are definitely going to change your mind after watching this recipe video. This special goat meat coconut rice tastes so delicious and I'm sure you're absolutely going to enjoy it. Now let's get right into making this delicious pot of rice. So the first thing to do is to cook the goat meat, and for that we'll be blending up some ginger, garlic, onion, scotch bonnet pepper. You can use as much peppers as you want. I'm going to be using enough scotch bonnet peppers that will be enough to cook the rice, and we're going to add that into the pot of goat meat. To that we'll be adding the salt, curry, thyme, some fresh rosemary. You can also use dry rosemary, and some chicken bouillon cubes. We're going to mix this together, adding a little water, and then we're going to cover this to cook. So you're going to keep adding in water gradually until the meat cooks thoroughly and the bones can easily fall off the meat. Mine took about 45 minutes, but yours can take less or more depending on the species of goat meat you're using. So after 45 minutes, the meat is cooked. Now we are going to turn off the gas, and then we are going to go ahead to grill this. You can also fry it if you prefer. And if you don't want to use goat meat, you can also use beef for this recipe. So after grilling, we are going to go ahead to debone the meat and cut them into bite-sized pieces. So to save you some time in the kitchen the day you want to make this rice, you can just cook your goat meat like a day before, store them in the fridge so that when you're ready to use it, you can just take it out and use it. So once we're done with the meat, we're going to set it aside. Then we're going to blend up the pepper base that we'll be using. So I'm using 2 red bell peppers and then 1 long pepper, but you can use 3 bell peppers if you prefer. We're going to remove the seeds, wash them properly, and then we are going to blend this up. And after blending, this is what it looks like. So we're going to set this aside, then go ahead to prepare the rest of the ingredients. So we're going to slice up 1 red onion. So you can use as much as little onions as you want. You can also use white onions if you prefer. We're also going to go ahead to slice up half of 1 green bell pepper, half of a red bell pepper, and also half of a yellow bell pepper. So you can use any vegetables you prefer. I just prefer to use these ones. We're also going to be slicing 1 medium-sized carrot as well. You can cut this into any shape you prefer. You can also use your food processor to chop this into smaller bits. We're also going to chop up some garlic. You can also puree your garlic if you prefer. And for garnishing, we'll be needing some spring onions. So to make the rice into a pot, we'll add in some coconut oil, allow that to melt, and then we'll go in with our washed rice. So I'm using long grain washed rice here, but you can use any rice you prefer. So I just thoroughly washed the rice until the water ran clear, but you can also just lightly parboil the rice. So we're going to go ahead and toast the rice on medium to low heat for about 7 to 10 minutes so that it doesn't stick together when it's cooked. So after toasting, we're adding some coconut milk. So I used some store-bought coconut milk, but you can also make your own coconut milk. And then we'll also add in the goat meat stock, adding a little bit of salt, and allow the rice to cook for 20 minutes. And after 20 minutes, the rice should be cooked. We'll just open up the pot and fluff up the rice a little bit and then set it aside. Now into a pan, we'll add in some more coconut oil, add in the garlic and the onions, and go in with some fresh rosemary. You can also use dried rosemary. We're going to fry this for about 2 minutes until fragrant, and then we'll go in with the pepper mix. So we're going to fry this pepper mix until it is properly cooked and looks like this. And this may take anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes. So after the pepper mix is fried, we're going to season with some seasoning cubes, curry, thyme, paprika, and salt, and then we're going to give this a stir. After stirring that together, we'll add in the carrots and the goat meat, and then we are going to mix this together as well. So at this point, we're going to add in the rice, and then we are going to properly mix this together. So at this point, you're going to taste the rice and adjust the seasoning to your preference. And at this point, I'll remove the stick of the rosemary so that nobody chews it in their food. And lastly, we are going to add in the bell peppers and also the spring onions. We'll give this a stir, and that's it, guys. You just made yourself a very delicious pot of coconut rice. If you tried this recipe, let me know what you think about it in the comment section, and I'll definitely come your way again with another mouth-watering recipe.